Last week, a rather sobering article appeared on VanityFair.com entitled Inside the Terrifyingly Competent Trump 2024 Campaign. I'll put a link in the description below in case you'd like to read the full article, which I do recommend. As the article title suggests, the 2024 Trump campaign is markedly different from his 2016 and 2020 campaigns. He is now surrounded by people who not only know what they are doing, but who are all pulling in the same direction as Trump. These people include one described as a practitioner of the political dark arts, while another is said to cater to Trump's needs to such an extent that not even King Charles has anyone this good. Here are a few quotes from the article that stood out to me. For decades, Trump has monetized chaos and conflict. His multiple divorces, bankruptcies, and lawsuits played as plot lines in a serialized tabloid spectacle. But Trump's 2024 presidential campaign represents a sinister evolution of his brand. He is running as a would-be dictator out for revenge. "I am your retribution," he told supporters at the Conservative Political Action Conference in March 2023. In September, Trump accused then Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley of treason when it was reported Milley privately assured the Chinese military during the January 6th Capitol riot that the American government remained stable. This is an act so egregious that, in times gone by, the punishment would have been death, Trump wrote on Truth Social. At rallies, Trump even invoked the dehumanizing language of Nazis. "We will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country," Trump told supporters in New Hampshire last November. But here's where a second Trump administration might really distinguish itself. While his 2016 agenda was frequently stymied by infighting and incompetence, available signs point to a second West Wing staffed by loyalists who would actually carry out his policies. The takeover of the Republican National Committee, which Trump recently completed, installing his daughter-in-law Lara as co-chair, is a blueprint to keep in mind. Trump's most consequential appointment would be his Attorney General. The country's top law enforcement official would have the power to throw out the federal charges against Trump and prosecute his enemies. One name being floated is Kash Patel, who served as Chief of Staff in the Department of Defense. Patel has made incendiary threats. "We will go out and find the conspirators not just in government, but in the media," Patel said on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast last year. "We're going to come after you, whether it's criminally or civilly." So how extreme could a second Trump administration get? One thing is certain. Few of the guardrails that protected American democracy during his first term are still standing. In February, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Trump's last GOP antagonist, announced he would be stepping down and soon endorsed Trump. Whether through enhanced discipline or legal circumstance, it appears even more likely that a second Trump administration would be better primed to achieve its goals. As John Kelly, Trump's long-serving chief of staff, simply warned, "God help us." The article briefly touches on the Heritage Foundation's 2025 Presidential Transition Project, known as Project 2025. I'll do a more in-depth video on that in conjunction with Agenda 47 in the coming weeks, since they are a blueprint to a radically different America. What should be obvious to all of us is this. In his next term, Donald Trump won't be surrounded by anyone who looks to constrain him from acting on his worst impulses. Rather, he will have those who look to facilitate what Trump wants, no matter how wrong it is. And make no mistake about it, what Donald Trump really wants is retribution. What Donald Trump really wants is power. And what Donald Trump really wants is for his own name to be glorified above all others. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.